being out away from technology, in the dark, having to use a headlamp, having to use an outdoor latrine. I know these things all sound so silly, but it can be really frightening for women who have never done anything like that. I mean, I've taken women out who have never seen a sky full of stars because they've never been out of the city.
Peta Barrett founded Women's Wilderness Discovery in 2014 to guide people into the wild outdoors. While she leads both males and females on Boundary Waters and Superior National Forest trips, she specializes in guiding women who are new to wilderness adventures.
I lucked out in forming this company just at the right time when women's adventure travel was becoming something, and it's still an underserved market. I started Women's Wilderness Discovery with the goal of offering a place where women specifically can come, feel comfortable asking questions, know that they're going to be provided the lightest gear, they're going to have a female wilderness professional guide them, we provide all the gear, and just to build self-confidence and courage and self-esteem.
I think that's easy enough. Sure.
Peta holds a secondary education degree in theater arts and uses her teaching skills to help women overcome their fears.
Just the physicality of it. I don't think I can, I've never paddled a canoe. I don't know if I can carry a pack. What are the parameters? And so I give my women, you know, some things to do to prep. You know, if you're a city walker and you've been on paved trails the whole time, get off that paved trail. Take uneven ground. Take your little backpack, throw some books in there. Add some cans or rocks. And, you know, if you get up to 30 pounds and you're walking on uneven ground, you're gonna be fine.
Growing up in a family that loves to hunt, fish, and camp, Peta has been well connected to the outdoors since childhood. But when she reached the age of 30, she was ready for more challenging adventures. And that's when Peta met Sandy Dodson.
So she had all these skills, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Sandy, I want to learn wilderness travel because, you know, I've been a car camper all my life. What's this all about? And so she put together a trip with some other ladies who it was their first time, and I mean, from that first trip on, the bug bit.
She went on a few more excursions with her friend and learned how to navigate with a map and compass.
Finally, my friend Sandy said, you know how to do this. You can do this yourself. So I started taking out friends and collecting gear, and it evolved into, I just love taking friends out every summer.
Another day on the trail.
For 25 years, Peta and a group of female friends have made an annual trek to the Boundary Waters.
She taught us how to make pizza in the Boundary Waters, and so that is like a staple every year when we go now. Peta is somebody who knows how much food the moose eat every day. She knows the flora that you're walking by. She knows the good blueberries from the fake blueberries. She knows the poison ivy. She is quite a role model when it comes to outdoor expertise and fun and adventure. She's got the whole package.
When she started her wilderness adventures, Peta worked as a costume designer, then became an on-camera and voiceover artist before assuming ownership of a friend's talent agency called Nuts. But she continued to lead 5 or 6 wilderness trips a year with friends and family.
And I thought, I really like doing this. When I was ready to get out of the talent industry, I started testing those waters by offering an auction trip where I'm going to take out strangers. And I thought, am I going to like taking strangers out? Well, I loved it.
One of the auction winners was a couple in their 50s who were not in great physical shape, and they brought along their 2 sons and a teenage grandson. Peta set out to introduce them to the wilderness.
And here they'd see me, this short little woman. I was probably, 53 at the time. I'm 63 now. And they'd see me hustling down the trail with a pack on my back and whip that canoe up and go. And inch by inch, they just started, adapting and pushing themselves a little bit more. But by the end of this trip, it was amazing the growth that had just happened. On the very last big long portage out, I turned around, I put the canoe down in the water and I turned around, and here's that teenage boy and his dad right there on my heels, carrying both a pack and a canoe, and they were just like, This was so, and they were high-fiving me, and I'm like, you are doing an awesome job. And the kid was going to be starting football practice in 2 weeks. And I said, you are going to be so ready for that. They sent me the nicest card later, like 2, 3, 4 weeks later, and they said, you're our inspiration, doing this trip and getting us out there, seeing what we can do. We have the picture, the group picture, it was me and them, and we've got you on our fridge, and you know, my husband quit smoking, we're eating better, we're doing, you know, so that was real. I was like, holy mackerel, I'm just taking these people out to experience the wilderness. And they said, they were the first ones that said, this was really a life-changing experience and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Peta moved to Ely with her husband Dean, who was retired, and sought out help from her friend Dan Cook on how to start a wilderness business.
And he said, well, be careful, Peta. If you're starting to guide in the wilderness and take money for doing that, you know there are rules and regulations and you have to get permitted for it.
She earned CPR and wilderness first aid certifications and successfully applied for a U.S. Forest Service permit to lead groups of up to 9 people. She offers 2 types of guided services: scheduled trips that anyone can sign up for on the Women's Wilderness Discovery website, and customized trips for organizations, families, and friends groups. Peta contracts with 8 or 9 female guides, ranging in age from 23 to 70, who lead 25 to 30 trips in the summer and about 2 per month in the winter.
Most of the outfitters are shuttered for the winter, but I'm one of the very few here that stay open year-round. So I do summer canoe camping and I do winter hot tent trekking. It's more work to winter camp. You burn more energy, and there's a lot more setup, and you're processing a lot of wood to keep that wood stove going when you need it hot in the tent.
Winter wilderness guides bring along 1 or 2 hot tents, depending on their group size, but they prefer sleeping outdoors.
And if you've never done that, winter is amazing for a number of reasons, but I mean, the sky is so crystal clear, the stars are thick, and you don't have bugs. No bugs. I mean, I was happy in the other careers in life, and it was great, but could I keep up that kind of rat race? Not a chance. Like I said, I like living in a 2-stoplight town and I don't have to cross railroad tracks to go to work. I just have to make sure the 4-wheel drive is working and the Forest Service is graded the road. I'm a people person, and everything I've done in my life, it's people. But what really recharges my batteries is to be away and be quiet and be in that wilderness. And when I can do something like guide a group, and yeah, it's hard work, but I enjoy that hard work, that physicality of it. When somebody's just discovered some glorious thing in the outdoors, I say, it is the best office in the world.
Fills my soul, honestly. It grounds me, and it reminds me I don't have to go very far to feel like I'm in paradise.
Funding for this program was provided by the Minnesota Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund, Safe Basements of Minnesota, your basement waterproofing and foundation repair specialist since 1990. Peace of mind is a safe basement. Live Wide Open. The more people know about West Central Minnesota, the more reasons they have to live here. More at livewideopen.com. Western Minnesota Prairie Waters, where peace, relaxation, and opportunities await.